Welcome back to the show. On the show today, we have musician Marie Norris. Now, Marie's from the Nashville area, telling us all about her career, telling us a little bit about her day job, which she is an 18-wheeler. She's a trucker. Wow. So we're going to talk. And I know I won't say what, but I know she delivers some very important content. So we'll just leave it at that. So let's get back to your music career. So obviously you probably started right when you're like 2 years old or something like that, one of those musicians. So when did you get started and how did you get started?
I was a toddler. My grandma said that I sang my first song before I could speak a word. And it was Jesus Loves Me in church. Um, I tell people that all the time because I don't remember doing it. I only have accolades from my grandma saying that I did that. I have her word. I have no idea if I did that or not.
Let me just stop you right there, because you sure do have the country twang in your voice. Like, you got the old school twang. I like when you're talking. I love it. It's great.
Old school.
I love it. So you started playing when you were little. Now, just took right to singing, right? You just took right to singing and never really wanted to pick up an instrument, or just wasn't in your wheelhouse?
I did pick up instruments as a child. The first instrument I ever had was a guitar. Uh,
Okay.
I had a toy guitar, and whenever I would go to church, I would get up and sing with my toy guitar. And it had like the fishing line strings. And of the church that we went to, he thought that I played very well on the fishing line string guitar, so he went and bought me a real one and gave
Very
it
nice.
to church. And I had that guitar for years and years and years. But he said that I had something. The preacher of the church literally said I had something, that I was special, and that God had something special planned for me. And well, I think it was the music. I think it was being a singer. I just ran from it for a long time. Life happened, and I had to, do other things. But now I'm
It,
back, and I'm what's mine. And I
it's
don't.
so great that the like a lot of musicians get their start in the church. Like, I think that's fabulous, in the choir, and it's so big. It's so good for the community. It's so good for a young person to be, introduced to the arts, and it brings you out of your shell,
It
right?
does.
Brings
It,
you out of your shell. So tell us a little bit where you get your inspirations for writing.
I get inspiration for writing from anything, absolutely anything. I could see a billboard and I would think, oh, cool, that'll make an awesome song. Or, I could see the headlines and I'll start writing a song because of certain headlines. Or I could see something happen on the road. Or I could see an event. I could see something on TV. I can hear another song and get an idea for another song from the song that I'm listening to. Uh, it could
Do
be a
you like to when you're writing, like when you're first getting your inspiration, you're putting pen to paper for the first time, are you sort of all over the map as far as ideas, or do you sort of have a formula? Like, do you like to write about a storyline? Do you like to write about an incident? Do you rhyme with your songs at all?
most of the time I do rhyme either the first and third line or the second and fourth line, because that's the formula of writing a song, right?
Yeah.
Um, but there are times that you can kind of do the ghost rhyme. I don't know if I'm saying that right, but it's a phantom rhyme. It's like, it's not supposed to, but it works. It sounds good together. Like the words are nothing like each other, but they work. They complement each other. But my formula, I like to write notes. I learned very early in my songwriting that taking notes and then building a song around the notes, like this piece or that piece. And I actually learned that from Jeff Pearson. I don't know if you know who that is, but he was and still is a songwriter nowadays, but he used to work for Tom Collins Productions or what? No, but not production. It might have been Productions, but I know it was his publishing company that he had whenever Barbara, because he actually wrote a song for Barbara called "You're Still My Hand Holder" on her Moments album, and he's the one that taught me that formula. He actually took me down and he taught me some stuff about songwriting, and that was one of the things that he taught me. He was the very first co-writer I ever wrote with, by the way, too.
I was just going to ask you that. Do you do any collaborations, and how do you find that process?
It's very I don't even want to say that let me just change what I was thinking, but it's a fun process because songwriters are unique. They're very creative, so their minds are very open to all kinds of things. And I have found that I'm not the only one that's that creative and has a mind that works like that. And we've written some very humorous songs whenever I go into a co-writing session. Like one, for instance, that I've never released, of course, it was written as a duet, and it was written during COVID. And it's called Fashion Statement, and it has nothing to do with fashion. But
Very nice.
it's a throw off. And the song, whenever you listen to it, you'll think, God, their mind is warped. But I wrote that with Bill DeLuigi. And I never could find a person to sing it with me, because it was written for man and a woman and a man. But it's a very funny song. It's like on the levity galore. It's just hilarious. But I never could find anyone to do it with me. I've pitched it to a couple of people, but nobody wanted to do it because it was written and it during COVID, and it even mentioned the mask, because but people that listen to that song probably think those two are warped in the head writing a song like that.
So why don't we do this? Stay there, take a break. When we come back, we're gonna let our viewers know a little bit what's going on in the future. I don't know if you have that magazine with you today. I'd love to see that in case, or we can do it on the next show after the commercial break. And then I want to give people some information, so if they want to check you out, where they could go and all that, because we're going to be having Marie back quite a bit now. She's joined the Wild Child Records platform, and we have a unique vision for Marie. I'm not going to say the vision, but it's going to have to do with what she does during her day job. Tell the people again where you are right now. What are you sitting in right now, Marie?
I am sitting in Bavier, Missouri. I'm actually at a Love's truck stop. So, I mean, all you guys out there that drive a truck know exactly where all of these are, right? And I drive a Peterbilt 579, and
actually we posted that on our Facebook page. So we posted her truck, and right now people are commenting on our Facebook page regarding this interview. So you're going to see a lot more Marie, but stay tuned. When we come back, we're going to wrap the show, including if you want to see or hear more from Marie, we're going to give out her information. So you're watching Wild Child Records. I'm Jay Stoyan. We'll be right back.